Welcome to Psych Insight Lab, where we decode the human mind. Today we explore how avoidant partners silently show their true love. Loving someone with an avoidant attachment style can often feel like solving a complex puzzle with missing pieces and hidden clues. They build walls to protect their independence, viewing intimacy as a potential trap that might suffocate their sense of freedom and autonomy. However, when they truly fall in love, subtle shifts occur in their behavior that signal they are finally ready to open up. These signs are not grand gestures like in movies, but quiet revolutions happening within their internal world and their daily interactions. Let us begin with the first significant sign: presence. This is the shift from instinctively running away to choosing to stay close. In the past, any emotional intensity would trigger their flight response, causing them to retreat into their shell to regain control. But now, instead of seeking space immediately, they linger in the conversation, fighting the urge to escape the emotional heat of the moment. They start finding reasons to extend the connection, proving that their desire to be with you is stronger than their fear. This presence is a massive step, as it signifies they are rewriting their internal script that says safety can only be found alone. They are learning that staying connected during vulnerability does not mean losing themselves, but rather finding a new kind of shared strength. The second sign is profound vulnerability. They begin to reveal the fragile fragments of their inner self that were previously kept locked away. Avoidants usually believe that showing emotion leads to judgment or control, so they master the art of appearing strong and unaffected. When they start sharing small stories about their childhood, their regrets, or their fears, they are handing you the keys to their heart. This act requires immense courage for them, as it contradicts their lifelong survival strategy of self-reliance and emotional suppression to avoid pain. By admitting they have been hurt before, they are trusting you enough to handle their fragility without using it against them later. They are slowly removing the mask of perfection and indifference, allowing you to see the real, imperfect human being hiding underneath. Moving on to the third sign, consistency in communication. The exhausting pattern of hot and cold behavior begins to fade away permanently. Previously, they might have disappeared for days without explanation, leaving you anxious and wondering where you stood in their chaotic life. Now they proactively share their plans or details about their day, not because you asked, but because they want to include you. This consistency creates a bridge of trust. They are signaling that they are reliable and that you are a priority in their routine. They no longer view checking in as a loss of freedom, but as a natural part of maintaining a bond they value. Planning ahead becomes easier. They stop keeping everything vague and start committing to future dates, reducing the anxiety of uncertainty for both. The fourth sign is a physical and psychological shift. You transform from being a threat to their autonomy into their safety zone. In the early stages, intimacy triggers their alarm system. They often feel suffocated or encroached upon when someone gets too close physically. But as love deepens, their body language changes completely. They maintain eye contact longer, and their physical posture becomes open and receptive. They begin to seek you out for comfort after a hard day, realizing that your presence soothes their nervous system rather than spikes it. The nervous system learns that you are not an invader. You become the sanctuary where they can finally rest without keeping their guard up. This shift from hyper-independence to interdependence is a clear indicator that they have accepted you as an integral part of their life. Here is the most critical turning point, sign number 5. The fear of losing you finally outweighs their deep-seated fear of intimacy. For an avoidant, closeness feels dangerous, but when they truly love, the thought of a life without you becomes even more terrifying. In moments of crisis, instead of letting you walk away to protect their peace, they will fight to keep the connection alive. They are willing to endure the discomfort of vulnerability because the alternative, which is your absence, is simply no longer an option. This is a massive internal victory. It signifies that their attachment system is reorganizing itself to prioritize connection over self-preservation. They start to compromise on their rigid boundaries, not because they are weak, but because they value the relationship more than their rules. Finally, the sixth sign is active investment. They stop building walls to keep you out and start building bridges to bring you in. They put effort into resolving conflicts rather than shutting down. They stay in the uncomfortable conversations to find a solution that works. You will notice them making sacrifices they never made before, investing their time, energy, and resources to ensure the relationship's future success. This consistency is the ultimate proof of love. It shows they are fighting their natural instincts every single day to be with you. Love for an avoidant is not about losing independence. It is about choosing to share that independence with someone worthy of their trust. If you see these signs, know that they are loving you deeply in their own way, overcoming great internal barriers to do so. Patience and understanding are key. Recognizing these subtle shifts can help you feel more secure and appreciated in the relationship you share. Remember, an avoidance love is often quiet and steady. It may not be loud, but it is incredibly resilient once it is established. Understanding these psychological patterns helps us navigate the complexities of love with more compassion and less judgment for our partners and ourselves. From presence to vulnerability, from consistency to safety, these are the milestones of an avoidant heart learning to trust and love again. Love is a journey of growth. For the avoidant, it is the journey home to a place they never thought they could have. Have you noticed these signs in your partner, or perhaps in yourself? Awareness is the first step toward building a healthier connection. If you found this analysis helpful, please like this video and share it with someone who might need to understand this perspective. Thank you for watching this journey of understanding. Subscribe to Psych Insight Lab for more deep dives into the psychology of love.